Well, it was our first period. Like, that's the best we played. I thought we built right off of last night. The first period's the best we played all year. Obviously, from there on, we're trying to hold the lead. Things, the tables turn, and they're not afraid to just throw everything at you, everything they have at you, which they did. Both their goals were kind of shots from the point, seeing eye shots that kind of got through some traffic. Other than that, I thought we did a good job of defending down and around the net. I thought Posher made some big saves when we needed them. So I know a totally different game, but we've been complaining for 2 months that we've been playing really well and losing. I'll take taking 2 defensive periods and winning any day. No, and that was kind of the game plan, was really to get guys in the crease. We had to. And Barrico stops it if he sees it. We were really working on that last night and tonight, and I thought the guys got rewarded for it. And I was glad to see Halsey get rewarded for it. He's been snake bit a little bit. He's a guy that we need to count on to be a difference maker forward for us offensively, and hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. I did. I mean, last night was weird. They got that weird tip goal that was maybe a high tip. They had just a couple weird goals. The thing I like is it didn't get him off his game. He just hung in there. He kept playing. It didn't rattle him. And I thought, each period he started to show that he's back. And obviously, we needed them there in the second, third. They got some good looks. Again, I give our team a lot of credit because they spent a ton of time in our end, but we still didn't give up a ton. A lot of the shots were from the outside. A lot of the shots were perimeter, and I thought the guys did a great job of defending the real dangerous plays. I agree with you, 100%. Grosser's line, I thought, arguably the best line in the game. The continual development of Thorson, the continued development of Gardner, even Gross is only a sophomore. Funny, he feels older to me for some reason, but and then you see that line of Hall and Bernovic and Mietten, and those are all guys that I think, and even though it's hard for the fans to see it or anyone else to see it, they've developed a lot during this streak. We've had to play all those young kids in really tough minutes, and they've had some good hockey and they've had some bad hockey. But the point is, I think that group is really developing now, where they're ahead of where we'd even hoped they would be, and hopefully now they can be great down the stretch. I feel like we just won the gold medal.
That was the last game.
I know. Like, it does feel like that. The guys have a Viking helmet that they give to the player of the game, who was Isaac Posh tonight, and I think they forgot where that thing was, So it felt really good, especially the way this thing has just happened, and you guys have all seen it. I think the credit goes to the leadership in that room. They've never let this thing fall apart. They've never let it go negative. They've worked their butt off every single day in practice. They brought a great energy every single day. A lot of teams would have self-destructed and fallen apart by now. And the fact that they keep playing. Last night was arguably the best game we've played in a long time. I go back to this stretch and how it happened. I thought we played 2 great games against Arizona State. Grosser takes his first 5-minute major ever on a marginal call, and all of a sudden the game's changed. And the next night, Gavin Thorson's got a wide open net, and the goalie barely gets his thumb on it, literally. Otherwise, I think we win that game too. There were 2 games in Omaha where we went out and outshot them, 39-21, played great, and came away with no points. So, unless people have been at the games, they wouldn't know that. But I'm just so proud of. Because we hit a low point as well, where we went in and met Western Michigan and got outscored 10-1, right? So that was different than the rest of the streak. They were a better team. They outplayed us for most of the weekend, and it hurt. And I thought maybe that would be the weekend that knocked these guys down and they couldn't get up, but it didn't. And it says a lot about the character in the room. Huge. It's funny. Eric Rude is back for his first year here, and he keeps saying, he likes the term, he goes, it's not Loserville. This is not Loserville. I've never been around a group of kids this good, that's a good hockey team, and this is happening to. And I feel the same way. It's not Loserville. They've never let it turn into Loserville. And they won't let it turn into Loserville around here. I think this weekend was a testament to that and how much these kids care about the program. Well, the biggest thing that we've been trying to get back is a belief that you can win a hockey game. And I thought after last night, boy, that's going to be tough because we did everything but win last night. And the only thing you can do to cure that is get a win. So I think the guys believe we can win in there. I think they believe that even though Denver's a great team and a tough place to play, I believe that, I know they believe we can go out there and get points. Our goal has just been in this 3rd season. Again, we kind of did that psychologically for the guys. A great first season, a bad second, a fresh slate for this 3rd one. And our goal has been to get better each weekend here, because ultimately right now these games are really for pride and for us to get better, but the ones that really, really matter are going to be the playoffs. We know we need to get to the X. We know we need to win it. So even tonight, we tried some different things with the decor, as you saw. Our goal is to keep building and keep growing. So that first round of playoffs, we're the best Husky team we could possibly be at the right moment.
I'm like, first off, I think of the guys in the locker room. It's been a tough path for a couple of months now. We've been working hard, but never got the result we wanted. A lot of bad bounces. On top of that, kind of when you get into a stretch of losing a little bit, it always rubs it up in your face a little bit. So mostly I'm just happy for the guys. They've been working really hard. I've been working myself to get back on the ice again to help the team. And of course the fans are always there supporting us, so you kind of want to give back. And when you get that the victory that you've been wanting and desired for so long, kind of want to get all the emotions out. And now it's just a good week of practice and go up to Denver and do the same thing. Like, of course, it's always tough to watch from the stands when you can't do so much, but always being around the guys, I always had a desire to improve and always working hard. And I think, like I said, we have deserved a better result than we had throughout this span. The record doesn't show our performances, but at the same time, when you get into kind of a losing stretch, you kind of lose your identity a little bit, but I think we stuck through it, did a great job, and came down to small details every single night. But at the end of the day, I'm really proud of the boys, how they handle the situation. I think every guy in the locker room is important, but when someone gets back and comes back, you give that extra energy that maybe the group needed, especially at this time of the year when we've been in a little bit of a struggle. And you can see him out there. He's so calm and poised with the puck, always make the simple plays, and always find the space and time to generate a good pass. And I think he kind of calms down everybody else around him on the ice and kind of sends that kind of calmness that I kind of want to send too. So I just think kind of put away the nervousness of everybody else around him. So of course everybody on this team is a huge part of the success. Yeah, of course. I'm like, when a team get one goal, it's kind of like you can get a little bit panicked, but I really love the response from yesterday. I know we played really well yesterday and deserved. I maybe wasn't at my best yesterday with what I wanted, so really happy for the guys that we showed up from the start, which kind of been a little bit of an issue throughout this stretch too, but we got that lead. I maybe would have hoped that we would have kept them going a little bit, but at the end of the day, we found a way to win, and that's what all that matters. So kind of just continue this journey and hopefully start racking up some W's.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big monkey off the back for sure. I mean, I don't think many of us have experienced anything like we just went through, and I mean, the locker room never split. We stayed together through it all, and I mean, I think our play was pretty solid throughout the stretch. I think that some of the scores are misguided or misleading, but it's just how it goes sometimes, and I think that we really played our game tonight and showed on the scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, just win. I mean, I could really care less who scores the goals as long as we're scoring them. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely built up some chemistry, us three, and I think that showed a little bit tonight. And that second goal, or Bernie's goal, was, assisted from me and Werner. So, we're using the whole line, and, it's just chemistry growing. Yeah, I mean, I think he's right back to where he was before he got hurt. I know it was killing him to be on the sidelines watching the last month and a half, but, he really came out and showed why he's the goalie that he is tonight. And it's very easy to play when you've got, that as your backstop, and you can trust that, if he's seeing it, he's saving it. So, yeah, I mean, he played unreal.